You both okay to stay late? Because I'm staying late.
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah, we'll get food. Maybe an hour.
Okay. When we leaving?
Or it'll be a late one,
Like what time?
like 10 o'clock.
That's fine. You like to stay late.
Yeah, but the only thing is you'll have to, have you got showers today?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the only thing is, um, when you get in, it'll be straight to bed though, that's the only thing, okay? When we get in, it'll be straight to bed though. Oh, pardon?
What was that thing said?
Having tea at 8? I don't know.
The other thing. What was it?
I don't know.
Thing that said before going back to bed.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I didn't have a shower today. I had a shower yesterday.
Okay, so you can have a shower before bed then, okay.
Huh?
You can have a shower before bed. All right.
What are we having for tea?
I don't know. We'll figure it out in a bit. Hi, good afternoon. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was wondering, is Alex or Michael there at all? Is Alex or Michael there at all? Oh, let me write this down. My name's Charles. I've called before. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff, but I called before and I was allowed to send an email to reservations at Mitre House Hotel with some prices for ink for the HP print. I was given the model. Can I send an email again and address it to Michael? Would that be okay with you? Yeah. Shall I stick with the same printer model though? Because I haven't called for quite some time. It was a HP P1102. It was like a small laser printer. I don't know if that means anything to you. P1102. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. That's the one I have from before. Who's the best person that does the ordering? Is it Alex or is it Michael? Both. Yeah, no problem at all. I'll send it over now and I'll put my name, Charles, on it and my contact details. But thank you very much for letting me send an email. Much appreciated. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. All right, guys. It's coming up to 6:30 on a Saturday night. This is the first time in I don't even know how long that I've done um, some late calls on a Saturday night. It's been a while since I've done late calls on a fucking weekday. So we're doing follow-up calls on hotels, gatekeeper quotes, laser. So we're looking for laser quotes. This is hi, Michael. So a lot of these people I've never spoken to, and oh yeah, and on top of that, I haven't called for 2 years. I looked on my notes. I haven't called since yeah for 2 years. Literally, I made some calls on 6th of April 2022. So let's go. Boom. Boom. Right, so we got Brighton against Arsenal on the gaming monitor. 1-0 to Arsenal. And we've got Bordeaux Begley versus Saracens in the knockout stages of the Champions Cup on the iPad. It's currently half-time. Hi, good evening. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking. Is Michelle still there? That's all. Oh, right. Okay. I have been given the email before, the Brunel Hotel, Crystal Hotels. You know the email address. And I've called before. I spoke to. It was a long, long time ago, but I spoke to Rihanna. Um, yeah, and I was given the chance to leave my prices for ink for the. Rihanna gave me the model of the HP printer, but this is going back quite some time ago. Would you allow me to pop an email again, address it to Michelle with some prices for the ink? Would that be okay?
Where every decision costs more, means more, and makes history.
Yeah,
This is where the season is defined.
yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Totally unmissable.
Yeah, perfect. But who shall I address it to? Is it Rihanna or is it Michelle?
TNT Sport.
Oh, so address it to Rihanna. Okay, cool. Because Rihanna was the one I spoke to before, but I'll send an email through now. But thank you very much for allowing me to send it. Much appreciated. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.
Yes. What are the French like? Anyone?
Okay.
Cheese.
That guy said just send it to Rihanna.
Brilliant. Done.
Maybe she's been upgraded from the gatekeeper to the decision maker. Right. HPM 426. Motherfucker.
Max strength.
Let's go.
20% harder for older, stiffer dogs. Try it today and get 50% off your first 2 months.
Really living my process at the moment. So simple. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Type in the name of the printer. Copy, paste. Just a professional copy and paste. So this is Rihanna, spelled Rihanna, H-A-I-A-W.
Sure.
The new Tiguan for all life's adventures.
Oh, the new Tiguan. Oh, nice.
With
The
a
new
share of
Tiguan.
£17.3 million to be won in our May draws, your postcode could transform your house into the home you've always wanted, or bring to life the special day they've always wanted.
My daughter.
So whatever your dream is,
One-
ordinary postcode
one
could deliver
CF2.
some rather extraordinary news. Sign up before midnight on the 30th of April and see what extraordinary things your postcode could do.
Copy, paste.
Instantly delivering the water you need.
Boom.
Cooker, the tap that does it all. Book your water appointment at cooker.co.uk.
Right, next call. Looking for Alexandra.
Interactive investor. We've got an eye for investing. Make memory with Get Your Guide. Unforgettable travel experiences.
The travel is
So this is Alexandra.
Running a business can feel like climbing a mountain. It's actually a volcano. Zero accounting software can help keep your business finances running smoothly. Soon, climbing up that mountain will feel more like riding down one. On a really cool bike that can time travel. That's zero with an X, because healthy business is beautiful business.
KRNSRQ. Keeps ringing. Another 5 seconds. Okay. This is KR. Keeps ringing. NSRQ is not spoken recall.
Go Euro.
So this is where I say by Alexandra. Okay. Cordelia, there was no answer.
But he cared and he
Cordelia.
Welcome to Investec Champions Cup live here from the
Okay.
TNT Sport. Just to mark your cards that we've got the England's Women's New Zealand that concludes tonight for the third and final MDI in Hamilton. That's live at 11:30. And tomorrow, make sure you tune in for the 2024 Paris Roubaix, one of the oldest, most fierce cycling races of the season. Coverage starts at 9:30 a.m. on Discovery Plus and Eurosport.
Front desk.
Well,
No
that's
name.
the last round of 16. All kicked off on Friday night.
Front
Other
desk.
things were fine, weren't they?
GK.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster ride when you're watching Harlequins. Glasgow got the first score, Quins came belting back, and then Glasgow got themselves into the lead.
Hi, good evening. I was looking for the person that orders ink, you know, like for the printer.
It's over for the winning try and a famous victory.
And I was looking for the person that orders ink for the Kyocera
They're
printer.
going to be playing against Harlequins. That's how things stand because of this one try, actually.
Yes, it took time for Bordeaux
Oh,
to finally get a break.
Yeah, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business based in Cardiff.
Guy we spoke about before the
I was-
game, the fly half, Matteo.
Oh, they're not in. Yeah. I've got an email address, royaleagleh@gmail. Send them across here. And if you don't mind me asking, who is it that I need to address the email to?
Harlequins, they're currently travelling away to Bordeaux. The Bulls,
Sorry, who is it that I need to address the email?
That's tomorrow, and it's La Rochelle, the two-time winner.
Yeah. And the manager, I mean, the manager's name, who shall I address the email to?
Things currently look,
No,
but back to our game, Bordeaux.
Just send it over. No problem at all. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.
But one scored for Bordeaux, because Bordeaux have had loads of opportunities, haven't they? Yes, they have. Listen, it's exactly what you'd expect when you go down to the south of France and you play against a top-class team.
I was really trying to get
To a large degree, have weathered the storm.
a name.
You know, Bordeaux did this against Toulouse a couple of weeks ago. They came out the blocks. They were 24 points up at half time. And there has been so many try-scoring opportunities. Some have been brilliantly defended by Saracens, and others is probably more down to poor execution from Bordeaux. But even though it's only 10 points to nil, Saracens are going there knowing that they've been so under the pump. They have to kind of find a way of holding on to possession in the second half, actually.
Yeah, I think Bordeaux disappointed, you know, some chance they've not taken, slightly overrunning each other. Harsh forward pass, I thought it was flat. Some of the plays have been great, but some have just been mistimed. So they're annoyed they haven't managed to get the chances converted. They managed to get one at the end to go in at 10-0 up. Marrow off for another, got a yellow card late in that first half. So they've got to deal with those Marrow for the first 5 minutes of the second half. But at 10-0, I feel like Saracens have still got a chance in this game.
Can you believe your 14 actually tried to claim that wasn't a knockout? You two are back, right? You do anything.
I'd blame it. I'd blame it all day.
This is a huge 40 minutes for Saracens. You've got Owen Farrell, could be his last ever European game. Saracens with a polar, he's off at the end of the season. So they really dig deep to try and pull this result out of bed. For Bordeaux, for all of the disallowed tries, they did manage to fashion one. They're pretty well down to nothing, aren't they?
Yeah, they played 15, Baroque did a great job with it. Associate the lateral running with Pinot, but this time it was 15 and
Interesting.
Rose was just there, just get the ball on fitness of thought, get the ball over the line. And Celtic have done a lot of defending, they've hardly had any ball, and Bordeaux managed to finally convert one.
Yeah, it's been a tough old 40 minutes of the Saracens. You find this out. Saracens are currently 10-0 down. A huge 42 minutes for them.
I was trying to spoil someone.
Supported by
I was next door. She was putting rubbish in the bin across the street and she was looking around. And I was trying to spoil it. And then I whacked a knee on my. I'm like, oh, she's gone.
Where are you really, man?
Look. Look, you can see him in the mirror. In
Yeah.
the thing. Oh no, that's someone else. That's just three guys.
That is quite sad indeed. That is quite.
Yeah, see, look. If you look on the bottom ones, you
Yeah.
can see the reflection on the first floor.
Yeah.
You can see the reflection. Oh,
Got a little kid with like blonde hair. Kid.
you always see a little kid.
Others in the UK have too.
Yeah, they're magnetic. Ow.
It's a whole year of free.
Right, is it ecosys or not?
Product.
Charlie Boy.
To spend however you want.
Ecosys. I definitely think it's Dash.
Supermarket. Seriously,
Is it Dash?
rewarding.
Great story.
Really
about
fucking hate it, man.
Spark.
Ah, that's how much that hit. Okay, so yeah.
When curiosity takes the lead,
Okay.
it keeps you going back and more.
Boom.
The story starts
Send.
right here, where it takes you.
Okay, so this is
Some sequel
Akil.
stuff. Get drawn into the drama and stream free on ITV.
Akil.
Sometimes running a business can feel like running a marathon in a desert through quicksand. But Zero accounting software can help keep your business finances running smoothly through that marathon.
Hi, good evening. I was just looking for Akil.
It's Zero with an X, because healthy business is beautiful business.
I'm not sure of the surname. I haven't called for a while. Is he still with there?
All those unforgettable moments. Those relaxing days by the pool. All those family excursions.
Oh, let me write this down. They're obviously on a different number.
Well, those were the days.
Are they within the same hotels?
Season now on sale. Search Saga Cruises.
Oh, perfect. Oh, brilliant. Could I give them a call? Would that be okay? Yeah. Do you have their number at all? Do you have their telephone number? 'Cause I'll give them a call. Okay, but it's Whispering Pine. You said the name of the hotel is Whispering Pine Hotel. Oh, sorry, Whispering Pine Lodge. Is that in the same postcode, IV postcode? It's still in Highlands, or is it? Okay, I'll do a Google search. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Bye bye.
I can choose how I invest using my pension and ISA.
In Pine Lodge. Okay.
Interactive investor. We've got an II for investors.
That is a nice hotel. That's not a hotel. That is each cozy cabin. Okay. Right on the lock. Fuck me. Yeah, that's something else there. Right, 01809 335. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so also 01809.
Go your own way there.
Beam Shell's Super Motors with his super team on a super-sized runway.
I'm driving a car that's worth well over £1 million.
Supercar showroom starts Sunday at 7 on Roman. Can't wait. Stream now on Discovery Plus.
It's time to hit the track. It needs to make a move now. It needs to do it now. It's going to be electric. Formula E Mazzano, live on TNT Sports and Discovery Plus.
Hi guys, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I was just trying to leave a message for Akil to give me a quick call back on a Cardiff number 02922 402 747, and I'll pop an email through to the reception and the reservations email as well. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.
Tomorrow night on TNT Sports 1 at 9:45.
Charles.
Yes, make sure you join Tom for his brand new series as he previews next week's huge UFC 300 card in Vegas. Tom is joined on the mat by special guest Joe Cole. All the very best of luck to you, Cole. Need to introduce him to the world of MMA. And the first episode premieres tomorrow at 9:45 on TNT Sports and Discovery Plus. Right, to the rugby. It's time to get up to the commentary box for the second half with Tom May and Nick Muggins.
Okay, so wow, Arsenal and Liverpool are already nearly 5 minutes in.
Long way back from the away dressing room onto the pitch, just in front of them, the home team. In this fabulous stadium named after Jacques Chaban Delmas, who was a mayor of Bordeaux for the best part of 50 years. He was a resistance fighter in the Second World War, politician.
Interesting. That's a different number.
Name immortalised forever in
That's a different number.
100-year-old concrete arena that is full of noise and hope and atmosphere right now. And cigarette smoke as well. I'm entirely sure you meant to smoke, even in French stadiums, but it's inescapable at a place like this down in Bordeaux. It just adds to the atmosphere, Tom, doesn't it? You couldn't be anywhere else. No. As long as it's not the bloke in front of me, I don't care. Saracens have won big pressure games away from home before when the odds were against them. Clubs, history books.
Hi, good evening. I was just wondering, is Akil there at all?
They did what few others have done at that point and beat Toulon in 2016. And then when they went to
yeah, sure. I've spoken to him before, not for a long time. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based down in Cardiff. I've spoken to him before, and he very kindly allowed me to send an email through to the reception. Well, this is a long time ago, but it was reception WPL at Black Sheep Hotels.
Have a strong end to the game in the last quarter.
Yeah, the email. Oh, I haven't sent him an email for a long time, but my email is charles@sosltd. No. I sent the email when I spoke to him a long time ago, but I was hoping to send him an email again. And that was the reason for the call, just to ask if that would be okay.
Up and running. If you're just switching on Bordeaux in their Champions Cup blue.
Yeah.
Today they're saving the good old-fashioned burgundy for the top 14.
Yeah, perfect. Does that email go through to him as well, the reception WPL?
They lost 5 in a row. Now would seem like an opportune time to end that run.
Send to him. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you.
Tapu is the number 8.
Yeah.
Morfana, the 12.
Yeah.
Garcia.
Yeah, perfect. That's the one I've got. Perfect. Yeah, of course. Okay, brilliant. I'll send the email through now. Thank you very much for your help. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Ben Earl with the celebration as Nick Tompkins gets back to his feet. That's great still from Nick Tompkins. Stayed really strong on his feet. That's your marathoner before. It became a test in the break.
Follow-up quote. Not spoken follow-up quote.
Defensively, when you've got that player running across the face of the defence, whose job is it?
For fuck's sake, Charles. It's an inkjet quote, mate.
Depending on where he is as he runs across.
So I'll do it anyway. It's got 5 locations, and I've got
channel at that time.
I've got
Incredibly difficult for the runners outside.
5 printers, £3.90 profit a year. So okay. Fuck the beer.
Defensive work to do himself at the moment right now.
Multiple locations.
Saracens give it a thrash for the first time in the second half and get a penalty against Salu.
But it hit in the way.
Decisions here. Early opportunity just to eat into the 10-point lead.
the conversation. Jamie George is having with
You got some.
I'm sure the decision is to go for the post. Just striking it straight and true in the warm-up. Probably it's the right decision. Don't want to have that on your scoreboard for too long. At least it means that Saracens have come straight out of the blocks and earned themselves
Okay,
a chance.
right, back to laser
Anyway.
dipstick. Go under the radar. Right, so we're looking for Margaret. Let's put for Deborah.
Champions Cup final in Dublin that they won against Leinster in 2020, another day when Owen Farrell wasn't available. He scored 19 of the 25 points back then. For the first three here today. Off the posts, it remains nil. It remains Bordeaux 10, Saracens nil.
So that's some options.
It's not a bad strike from Alex Goode, but it's not been the easiest afternoon for him at 10 so far. It's been slightly clunky as the Saracens attack, and that won't give him too much more confidence. The kick from Goode is headed after by Daly. Is that a little bit too close to the third?
Hi, good afternoon. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking for Margaret.
In the Six Nations when he made his comeback against Toulouse and fought.
My name's Charles. I haven't called for a while. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. When I last called, I spoke with a lady called Deborah. Yeah.
For good that he comes through.
Yeah, there we go. I'm not getting much luck there, am I? At least it proves I haven't done anybody's head in. I haven't called for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna, and she'll be back. Was she on Tuesday? I was gonna ask as well. Would you, when I last called, Deborah gave me an email. The account's at, is it Kinlock? The email address, and she gave me the model of the printer to quote for, but I haven't called Bodyman for quite some time. Would it be okay if I popped an email and then still called on Tuesday? Would that be okay with you?
Finally, Good kicks it away.
Oh,
Good again. He's playing a one-man game.
let me write this down. So don't send it to account. Yeah, so change the account. So take off. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'll send it just to one. Yeah. .code. Yeah, perfect. I'll send it across, and you still think it's okay to address that to Margaret as well? Yeah. Perfect. No problem at all. Yeah, I'll put that on my notes as well. But thank you very much for your help. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.
See now the 5 minutes that he had to see out at the start of this second half because of the late first half yellow. Back up to a full end.
Brighton away is going to be one of the hardest games, I think. When I looked at the fixture list, I thought Arsenal are going to struggle there.
Back to Luku. Strikes him.
Do you know what? I like this office. Natural daylight, and it's got no aircon. It's all good. If you open up the window, and it's freezing. What are we doing? We're having. Don't have too much because we're having tea soon.
So they've got some heavyweight artillery to come on, and they're going to play with not that forwards, but in front of Frank there. I think the Irish referee saw things differently, and then the kick not of the required quality, and the apology. I can understand why he's trying to.
32 minutes left.
You need to make sure, especially when you're a forward, you manage to that skill.
And then I think we should go for tea.
Sort of space.
And grab some tea.
Start to turn and carry. Miss. Yeah, down to the Mac going to follow, didn't it?
I think the problem is,
One by
it's just getting on the phone, just getting it done.
Garcia, Mark Farner, the LBRA, Buros,
I think that's the biggest issue.
Marfana again, that threats through the middle and he's tackled hard by Sinti.
Boom.
Hamafuna just ricocheted
Okay.
the shoulders Tizard.
But stick right outside.
As Pete Samu bursts through and then finds Coleman and Bordeaux for the first time in this second half. A gathering, a full threat.
Go!
All took some time coming out. Kazo's still there beyond.
Hi, good evening. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just wondering, is Heidi still there as well?
Tamafuna, happy to soften things up, and now
Oh,
they
brilliant.
spin it
Let me
right
put this
for
on my notes. I've spoken to her before, and she's allowed me to pop an email to reservations at Dark Island Hotel. And it was a long time ago, but I called her. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. And she very kindly said to send an email through, and she gave me the models of two printers. One was a Xerox laser, one was a HP little colour inkjet printer. But it was quite some time ago. Would I be okay to pop an email again addressed to Heidi? Would that be okay? Yeah.
Not sure that right boot is in touch from Tabita Tatapu, and then it's come off Ben Earl, I think.
No. Well, to be honest, I'm going to be very upfront. The last time I called, it was a Saturday, but it was the 13th of November 2021. So I said to Heidi, I promise not to do your heading. So I haven't called for, I don't even know how many years that is. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. But would you say it would be better to address the quote to herself, or shall I do it to both reservations and hers? Yeah.
Two big tries either side of half time.
Brilliant. So is it similar to reservations? Just take out the word reservation.
It's a sea of burgundy and white.
H-E-I-D-I.
Chris Ashton mentioned before the game that he thought Saracens would miss Owen Farrell more than.
Okay. Right. O'Dowd.
Miss Jalibert is
I got
turning
you. Perfect. At Dark Island Hotel. So the same ending, just Heidi O'Dowd would be brilliant. This is going to be a very long shot to ask you this, and don't worry if you can't answer, but she gave me the model of two printers, but obviously with it being so long ago, shall I stick with the same printers that she gave me, or do you know if anything has changed? I know the models, if that helps. Yeah, Work Centre 6515. Yeah, and a HBNV 7134 I've got, so yeah, stick them. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll send her an email. I'll put my name Charles on it. I'll try and give her a quick bell tomorrow as well. But thank you very much for allowing me to pop an email. I really do appreciate it. Brilliant. You have a lovely evening as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye. Right. Arsenal have gone 2-0. Just scored. I think it's Havertz. It's on a good vein of form. Rich vein of form. In case you want to just watch and replay that. And Saracens.
Winning beats us so hard for Saracens. Strong forwards. Bordeaux scrum. Well, it's the little details as well, right? Because has passed the ball to Maritoje there, but is rotating rapidly when he's under pressure. Really difficult for Toje.
Bordeaux was 17-0 up against Saracens.
Compounding the difficulty.
That's not looking good. They lost 50-odd points. They shipped 50-odd points. Record breaking loss last time they went to Bordeaux. So that's not good.
On. Theo Dan's on. Let's go, guys. So it's a brand new front row. Dan, Maui, and Riccioni for Mako Bonapova, Jamie George, and Christian Judge. And then you can see Juan Martin Gonzalez down there as well.
Okay, so she's got a work centre 611 so 0. 6.5.
It needs to be really mentally strong because
This will give them flashbacks to that night in January.
Come on, Charles.
Martin Gonzalez
And then we've got
is on for Tizard, and then McFarland has gone up.
7-1-3-4. So hopefully I'm gonna 7-1-3-4, 3-3 excels. Let's go. I don't mother fucking hell. Oh, actually,
Trying to kick the ball long into Bordeaux territory.
interesting.
Again, understandable, but it's the execution that's letting Saracens down.
Okay. So send that. I did want to check on the 303 XLs.
Last five,
So sent that. So
not been faultless today.
15, no, 14
Been
and
many
15.
build-ups,
I wanted to check the new
many moments when they
wholesaler. So,
In the corner.
oh,
I think
so,
they'll
so 1150 and 14. So 1150
committed to be way
14.
down.
And
10, surely. At this point, again, for 50 minutes gone.
to be honest with you, it feels like Saracens are not really going to come back, so I might change that to
So
I might change it to the Arsenal game. So let's put on Arsenal. Yeah, it's on now TV. Now TV. And change now TV to the rugby.
in some way of turning this one around. Not easy. His team have been in short supply.
Right.
5 goals a good turn.
Okay, so we got the Arsenal game now has gone out. Right, okay, so 303 XL. Sweet. Okay, so interesting. They've come through more expensive. 1408 and 1433. So it's actually my secondary wholesaler. It's coming up significantly less on the black. Interesting. Terrible, terrible. Hate it. Right. Okay, so where are we? Address not found. Damn it. Damn it.
Really quickly. Playing Pedro. Defeat by Arsenal.
God damn it.
4 seasons ago.
Just give me the email, but it's the wrong one, which doesn't answer the callback.
La Liga.
Fucker. Let's go with reservations. Oh, Bordeaux scored another try. That's not good, is it?
Gabriel. Both teams make their first moves from the bench, and both sides have had a pretty good record in getting substitutes to
That's a shame.
them, although
To be fair, Heidi didn't give me the email.
2024 yet. The last was
Would have been upgraded for free.
in the win against Spurs back in December. Here he is. Now Van Hecker.
Just spoke to Michael, gave him on the phone, so leave it alone. Okay, so we're going to go with Gemma. Spoke to Gemma. That's with Debbie. 22 minutes to wait. Hi, good evening. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking for Debbie. Oh yeah, like I said, I haven't called for some time. The last time I called, I actually spoke with Gemma. Is Gemma in my? This is. Oh no, Gemma. Sorry. No, yeah, it's a. Well, very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent link business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. And when I last spoke, it was a long time ago, but I was given an email manager at Western Isles Hotel email address, and I was given a little Epson printer to quote for the colours on, and a HP. It's a simple black and white printer, but I was told to address it to Debbie. But this is going back a very long time ago. I last called in February of 2022. So just over 2 years ago. Would I be allowed permission to pop an email again with my name, Charles, and my company details and prices? Are you sure? Would that be okay? Yeah, that's the one I've got. Yeah, I've got that one. If you don't mind me asking then, if Gemma or Debbie are no longer there, if you don't mind me asking, who shall I address the email to if it's changed?
Dunk.
Let me write this down. Okay, so if I send it through, shall I just put like to the manager? Yeah. Yeah, and when I address the email, just put to the manager. Yeah, perfect. I'll send this across now. Shall I stick with the same? I know it might be a bit of a long shot to ask this, but shall I stick with the same 2 printers that I was given, or do you know if anything has changed? I've got the models in front of me. Yeah, that's what I've got. So I've got a HP LaserJet Pro 400 M401. Does that ring any bells? Does that sound about right?
But he produces the same from the rugged.
What do you know what the issue is? Just out of curiosity. I've done this for 15 years, so oh, actually, I don't actually have a website, by the way. Really? For which printer though? For both? Okay, so the Epson one is I've got a Workforce WF3540. Do you know if you still have that one? You didn't even have to say it. I knew exactly where you're going to go with it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I only type with one finger, so don't worry. I only type with one finger and I don't have a website. But when you said, yeah, thank you. But when you say you have issues, do you mean issues for delivering them or like ordering online? Okay. Is it really? So, okay, so with me, just to make it very simple, my name's Charles. I'll put my Cardiff contact number on there as well. And in terms of ordering, it's just email or phone. So like, for example, you can just email back or whatever and say, Charles, I need this. And then it just arrives. It won't arrive next day. Because
hasn't started the game in 4 months. Comes on for another run out.
yeah, I appreciate that. Because the thing is, you know what it's like when you receive an email from someone you don't know? It just looks like, it won't look like spam because it'll be specific to the printers. But the thing is, I haven't called for over 2 years. And I just want to get it across to people. I just don't hassle people. Like I don't call people in often enough. I actually get told off for not ringing people enough. Can you believe that? You know? Oh, do you know what? You've hit the nail on the head. That's why I decided not to do a website. Because people keep saying to me, oh, Charles, you should do a website. But I've sold in for 15 years. And I remember when my company that I was working for, I was there 6 years. And I remember I was there for about 3 or 4 years and they introduced a website, which is fair enough, that's their prerogative, whatever. And I was an employee, I had to crack on. But all my customer base, they didn't want to log in. They wanted to speak to me. The whole reason they bought from me was because of Charles. There we go. And I was trying to say that to the owner or whatever. And don't get me wrong, the website was, it's a success in the sense of people. So what his thing was, get more people on the website and it gives you more chance to speak to more people. But my issue was the people that were my customers, they didn't want to have a login. They didn't want to have that lack of human contact. They wanted to build that relationship. So when I set up my business 7 years ago, everyone said, oh, are you going to sell online? And I said, no. And they were like, well, how are you going to do it? And I've got 100%. Honestly, and do you know one of my biggest customers is a McDonald's franchise in Dundee. Genuinely. So, and I've got customers in the Isle of Oost. I've got customers in Shetland Islands. I've got customers in Inverness. Even McDonald's in Inverness. I've got like all right at Isle of Arran, I think it is, or something like that. So honestly, I've got customers all over. So for me, well, Yeah, definitely. You haven't even offered to buy me a drink on a Saturday night and you're asking for my number, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. It's 029 029 402 747. I know you mentioned the name twice, but you haven't officially given me the name, but would it be okay to address it to Brian?
Give it everything I've got.
Okay, so just leave it as manager. Okay, that's fine. No problem. And what was your name, by the way? I won't put it on the email, but if you don't mind me asking. And is it Jenny with a Y or with an IE? Sorry to ask. I get very pedantic when I spell people's names, and even though I'm not putting it on the email, I just wanted to ask the question. Yeah, well, just in case, because you never know, because Brian might turn around to you and say, Jenny, you spoke to him, you sorted it out, and then I've spelled it with a Y. And then before you know it, Brian goes, I can't do business with people who can't spell Jenny's name right. So, yeah, I appreciate that. So what I'll do then, I'll keep it very simple. Yeah, go on. Yeah. Yeah, and do you know what? I know obviously it might seem a bit strange that I work on a Saturday evening or whatever, but genuinely, I even get sometimes I get McDonald's. I got my foot in the door with a lot of Specsavers, and a lot of times the way that they order is they do shift work. So a lot of business managers from McDonald's, they work really early in the morning or really late at night, and I'm there for them. So if I'm, by my phone, I get an order or a question or a query or whatever, and I just answer it because I work my own business. I can basically do what I want. So I just basically work the hours that my competitors don't work, which is evenings and weekends. It's like genuinely, it's like I have a free run sometimes, Jenny, because no one else is working. So that type of energy sometimes is a lot of times reciprocated. But the problem with me is I don't call often enough, but it is what it is. I'm working on it. That's all I can say. Yeah, honestly, I'm working on it. I got 9,000 quotes to call back. Can you believe it? In 7 years. So I haven't called back 9,000 people that I've quoted. So I'm slowly making my way through it. Honestly, do you know what? It's so interesting. You said do one a day. I wasn't even going to do this hour that I'm doing now, but I thought to myself, Charles, you keep saying just do another hour or just do 1 hour or whatever. And then I got on the phones. I got 15 minutes left of the hour, and I thought, no, just do. I got the Arsenal game in the background. I've got rugby in the background, and I thought, oh, just give them a call, and then see what they say. But thank you very, very much for allowing me to quote as well. I'll send it over on email, and my number's in the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, and just to let you know, the prices will be very clear, very concise, and the delivery charge will be very clear. It's £5. But if he does want to use me, tell him there's no pressure mind whatsoever. But the fact that I don't have a website for once might weigh in my favour, which a lot of people nowadays would be like, no, it won't. But I think in this circumstance, it might do, Jenny. I think so. Because everyone else is, let's be honest, everyone else is doing a website. And everyone's telling me, oh, sell on Amazon, sell on eBay. And don't get me wrong, I could probably make a hell of a lot more money if I sold on Amazon and eBay, but I just don't, I don't know why. I don't know why it is. I just don't want to. Like, it's weird, but do you know what I mean? Like, I know I can probably make a lot more money. I got 5 kids. I got, my eldest kid has got one on the way. I'm about to be a granddad. You can say about money, get as much money as you can, but I actually enjoy what I do, and I know it has a limit. I know I can't like sell to everyone and be on the phones all the time and emails, but I think I'm about 30% capacity with the amount of orders I have a month. I think I'm about 25%, 30% capacity genuinely. So I still think I've got so much more room to grow as a business. And then maybe when it caps out, by the time it caps out, my kids, I think my older kids, my younger kids, sorry, they'll be old enough to maybe work with me as well. That's what I think. Until we're in high school, my daughter's she's going into year 11 in September. So she could be on the phones. It does, 100%. But I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for the chat. I do appreciate it. And yeah, and you have a really nice evening. Thank you very much, Jenny. Speak to you in a bit. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so
Here's Rice.
they're having problems ordering on a website. Would you believe? Buck the trend. That's what she said. Buck the trend. Oh no, I said I'd leave a name on to the manager.
King Rock. Saliba. Sorry if it's a foul or the reaction that's brought the yellow card. He loves to get tight, but
Saracens have scored.
enough to
With
stay.
38-5 down with 8 minutes to go. So games are really in. Only got left here 10 minutes. Oh, perfect timing, Charles. Right, so to the manager. To the so looking at HPM for 1. We charge a few quid for this.
15 quickly. Stupinian. Dealt with that by Gabriel. There's one of not Lamptey. This is Gross. Find a way through him, but the finger is beating off the ball. Plenty round today. Done his defensive job, attacking role.
More than on charging Thomas.
Buonanotte, finding the gap. Batty. Stumbled and fell.
40 and 60. So that by 10, that by 20. Okay, so you're looking at WF.
Pedro.
3, 5, 4.
To Batty. Gross.
T1291. T1291.
Igra. Given against Martin.
Okay, here we go.
Right, having a good go, aren't they, Brian? As you'd expect, but banging against the closed door at the moment. In that.
Don't worry, Charles. That's going to be fun. Absolute
All they
WF.
need is something to unsettle a stubborn Arsenal defence.
3, 5, 4.
For the kick, that's all one from him.
Workforce. Okay, so.
Which will
Okay, so looking
Fair
at
play.
some work.
perfectly happy with the way things are going at the moment.
WF.
Yeah, he should be, shouldn't he? He's going to be entirely comfortable
Image.
situation, but the way the team are playing, really impressive. It's a three-way title race, and all of the teams involved in it still with European ambitions this season as well. Arsenal with that.
So pricing, interesting.
To come.
Normally a 5 each. I've got to be very wary here because I could be charged a hell of a lot more for delivery. Right, so how much is the black? The black is 744 and the colours are 744. Okay, so put them all at 7. Okay, so it's Tony Giant saying WF3540. Okay, so Tony Giant is saying black at 10, colours at 10. 2.
That's Jorginho. Martinelli juggling with it, but Lewis Dunk doing well to get his body in the way.
Okay, so how much cartridge people on the floor? Okay, so this on at £8.25 is £7.42. Interesting. Okay, so what I then do, I send off the quote. I'm doing £7 each.
Ball.
Cool. Okay, so let's see how much. Okay, so we're looking at £1.26.
Yeah, Dunk. Rose.
Oh, 80p. 80p, 80p.
Don't sliding into
Looking at
played it.
21291. There's someone for 80p. I fully expect these lot to be cheaper. 62p, 30.
Dunk. Okay. Deep cross. That's the lot of it. Gray did pretty much as he could do with it.
40.
Arsenal's got a great ability to keep these days.
Okay, so
You can do it against Manchester City. You can do it against anybody.
so let's cross that up.
It's Brighton, that is
You've got 6 minutes to go.
very effectively here by
David
this Arsenal
asked for Julian,
defence that
spoke to David.
conceded in the
Here we
last
go.
2 Premier League matches, hasn't conceded in the previous 4 on the road. Into an empty channel from Arsenal's perspective. So just trusting themselves here to sit deep and to see the job through with 5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining.
Hi, good evening. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking for Julian.
Gross.
Oh, there we go. Well, very quickly, I've called before. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based down in Cardiff, but I haven't called for quite some time. The last time I called, I spoke to a gentleman called David, and he said to email julian.thomas at New Home Wood Hotel, and I was allowed to quote for some ink. He gave me the model of an Oakley printer, but this is going back quite some time ago. Would I be allowed permission to pop an email through to not the email address that I have? Are you sure? Yeah, would that be okay? I'm a bit old-fashioned here. I'd rather ring first and ask if it would be okay, rather than just randomly like email. Shall I so stick to Julian.Thomas? Shall I stick to the same printer that I was given before? But it was quite a while back. It was February of 22. This is quite. Oh, let me write this down. Is it a work centre or an Acculaser? No, that's no, Versalink. Versalink, sorry, my apologies. It's been a long day. Epson is Acculaser, just in case you were wondering. It should have 4 numbers at the end. Is it C405? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Hopefully I've redeemed myself by saying the numbers literally a split second before you did. What I'll do then, I'll send. Oh yeah, and is that the right thing to do? Is Julian still the best person to email as well? Yeah, perfect. Is David still there, or he's no longer there? Oh, perfect. Dave's still there as well. Brilliant. So what I'll do then, I'll put my name Charles on the email. I'll put my company details and my prices and my delivery charge. But if there's any way that you can maybe give him a heads up that I did try and call first, because the problem with emails with people that you've never spoken to, you know, as much as I try it to make it like more human, sometimes it doesn't come across like that because obviously they've never heard of me. But I'll put my name Charles on there. But thank you very much for allowing me to send an email again. I do appreciate it. You have a lovely evening as well. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, so Arsenal scored again. That's really going to help their goals. Oh God, here we go again. Okay, so they're 3-0. It's going to help their
For another one, Declan Rice is surging through this time, and that one.
It's going to help their goal difference. Is the word I was looking for. So the rugby's finished. Saracens got bad. David and then Cheekhead. Here we go. So we got 2.5 minutes to go. So this will probably be my last quote.
Double change here with
Let's go. I don't know. Fucking home.
Coming on for Arsenal. We can relax now. Erdegaard coming on. So too is Kai Havertz.
2, 2, 4, 5.
And Gabriel came in, headed into the ground, and produced that reaction. And such a threat in the air. It's going to go in 2 minutes. Yeah, should have, he should have. Still Arsenal not giving up the chase for more goals, and Ketia climbs this time and heads over. Oh, what season he's having. Last few games, he's been as good as he ever has in an Arsenal shirt. In a tight race, one area where Arsenal do have a significant advantage already is goal difference. They're through the 50 mark now, plus 51. Compared with 42 Liverpool. It's Adingra tries to get through, and Saliba holds him on.
Done.
Manchester City's is plus 40, by the way, so Arsenal do have a significant advantage in those games.
Scotland. So spoke to Jenny.
Serve that clean sheet.
Let's ask for Daniel.
Ball corner from Brighton. Here's Gross. Stupinian's cross. And it's João Pedro, and Gabriel celebrates that as if he had scored a goal. Almost as good as the goal. Down to what a clean sheet means to them, then that should just have dispelled your doubts.
Hi guys, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based down in Cardiff. I was hoping to leave a message for Daniel to give me a quick call back on a Cardiff number 02922 402 747, and I'll pop an email through as well. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye. Okay, we're good. We've done just over an hour. We've got this last email sent out, so we didn't speak to any decision makers. Not surprising, between 6:30 and 7:30 on a Saturday night. Yeah, I'll give you the stats on the calling.
Then by Rice, then by Fabio Vieira, and Trossard maybe hoping to get away again. Looked instead for Gabriel Martinelli on the far side. By the time he does get it out there, it's Fabio Vieira.
This one is M20 Samsung.
Right, lost for so long at home. There puts in context this win and performance from Arsenal. Against West Ham. Who's been the outstanding player? Well, there's been plenty. We've spoken about Gabriel. He's been brilliant, but I think I have noticed that his best game, to be honest, in an Arsenal shirt, and he's had quite a few lately. I just think he's looked so at home out there in that role he's been asked to play. Got himself a goal. His defensive work.
I told you, but it went to voicemail. Okay, so we are 2.5 minutes over. Okay, so this is what I think I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 calls, and I've sent a quote out on every call. Yeah. Boom. So that's fantastic, because what that means, I was, oh God, I'm with you. 100 God. We're doing, don't eat any food now. It's 7:30. We're gonna figure out food now. All right, guys. Boom.